Good morning, children. Welcome back. Now we are going to start with the topic archaeological evidence. Archaeological remains of Neolithic cultures have been found from various parts of India, like Barzahom in Kashmir, Siran in Bihar, Kuchai in Odisha, Payampali in Tamil Nadu, Piklihal in Andhra Pradesh, Maski and Brahmagiri in Karnataka, etc. Archaeological remains found around Tiruvannamalai and Tuticorin are also related to Neolithic age. Okay, so these are the places where the archaeological remains have been found. Okay, in various parts in our country. Now, Neolithic age from 10,000 BCE to 4,000 BCE. The beginning of farming, domestication of animals, and manufacturing of pottery marks the beginning of new Stone Age. Okay, at that time the Stone Age was being started. The silent features of the Neolithic Age are as follows. Beginning of farming. During this age, man became a food producer, started cultivating the food, and they started leading a settled life. They settled in one particular place. They don't have to move here and there. Man learned more about his environment. He observed how seeds coming in contact with soil and water germinate and grow into plant. After observing this, he started producing. This was the beginning of agriculture when might be staying for a long time in one particular place, and they had seen how the seed is being fallen and the plant is being germinated. Wheat and barley were the first crop grown by early man. He started growing those plants that gave him food in his hunter gatherer days. So that's the plant they started growing and using it out. Then herding. Apart from cultivating food grain, he also began domesticating useful animals such as dogs, sheep, goats, pigs, cows, etc. They provide him meat, milk, and hide. So they started keeping domesticating animals and using them in different ways. Beginning of settled life. With his food supply now within his reach at all times, means most of the time they were having food, enough food to eat. Man stopped being a nomad, means if they were getting all the things in one particular place, so why they are going to roam here and there? So they started settling. He now lead a settled life in villages, mostly along the river bank. As I already told, river bank because all the things they are getting in one particular place. Means water availability is there. Near the river bank, soil is very fertile so that cultivation can be done more easily. Plus animals, fish and all, water animal also they were getting to eat. And other animals also come near the river to drink, so they can hunt and use that animal as their meat, like that. So there was water for drinking and plenty of fishes which served as his food. Then tools and weapons. During the Neolithic age, man continued to make tools of out of stone, but there was marked improvement in their shape, sharpness, and polish. Earlier, the tools were there, they were unpolished also, and no shape also they were having. Okay, means a little bit sharpen and all, they were using it. Now, axes were made out of granulated stone pieces, which with sharp sharpened edges, okay, pointed one, which they were using for different hunting purpose and other digging purpose like that. The synth was made of a sharp thin stone fitted into a wooden handle. Synth is what? It is a tool used for cutting crops and grasses. That is a synth. Right. Now, it is used for sharpening it out. Hammer were made with wooden handle. Bow, arrows and spears were the chief weapon. Spear, it is a weapon which is having a pointed tip. Okay, used for throwing on someone. So, that were the chief weapon they were using. Some Neolithic tools found from Adichanallur in Tamil Nadu and Halur in Karnataka are kept on display in museums. Then invention of wheel. It was during this stage that man invented the wheel in the Neolithic age. This revolutionized movement of people and goods. It also led to the art of spinning. Okay, wheel was being invented, definitely the spinning could have been done. And earlier it is observed that wheel was being invented by cutting the log of wood and rotating it out like that. So when wheel was being invented, so it was being used in spinning also, for drawing the cart also. Invention of wheel is thus considered to be a landmark in human history. By that invention of wheel only, people started moving in wheel, or else they were have to move from one place to another by walking by foot only, or either by using some animals, domestic animals, for their purpose. Then religion. It is interesting to note the beginning of religious ideas of man. Man was always in awe of mysterious forces of nature. Awe is what? It is a feeling of reverential respect with fear and wonder also. Means we are having a thought, no? By thunder, lightning, at that time they were not aware of anything, that is, they are the natural phenomena. So the force of nature, mysterious force of nature, by that they were having little bit fear also. He was afraid of that thunder and lightning. He could not explain the rising and setting of sun and moon, changes of season, etc. So they were not aware of these all things. So he started worshipping various forms of nature out of fear. Out of fear only they started that, help me God from thunder, lightning, or these and that, like that. Later, men concluded that gods were responsible for natural phenomena and conceived the existence of sky god, earth goddess, god of thunder, etc. So they are having the imagination, but they concluded that the god is responsible for these all things, so they started worshipping that one. In course of time, people of all culture started worshipping imaginary gods, representing natural forces, right? Like natural forces, definitely the lightning, thunder, sun, moon, like that. So by their imagination they started worshipping and representing them. Trees and animals were also worshipped. Some of them were useful while other were considered sacred. Right, sacred means which we are using for prayer and all, which is being worshipped, like that. Death was thought to be a journey into another world from which no one returned. Okay, now also we are having that kind of imagination somewhere, that after the death person is going to some other world. So that was the thought of earlier period also. So many things of daily use were put in the grave when the dead were buried. Right, when the people died, they were buried, and along with them they were putting some of the things which they were using daily, like that, so that they are having the imagination that after the death also they are going to use these all things. So here evidence of grains and bones of domestic animal. Important Neolithic sites are being mentioned. You can see sheep, goat, cattle, wheat, barley in Mehergarh, Pakistan. Rice and animal bone, Koldiva in Uttar Pradesh. Rice, Mehergarh in Uttar Pradesh. Wheat and lentil, that is Gufkral in Kashmir. Wheat and lentil, dog, sheep, goat, buffalo in Barzahom in Kashmir. Again, wheat, barley, green gram, buffalo, ox, it is Chiran in Bihar. Millet, sheep, goat, etc. in Halur. Black gram, millet, sheep, pig in Payampali in Andhra Pradesh. Now we are going to talk about Chalcolithic age. Discovery of metal. Since primitive man used stone tools, the period is known as Stone Age. Right? They started using the different tool. That is why stone was being used, so it is called Stone Age. The Neolithic people made rapid progress, which included the invention of wheel. Wheel was being invented in Neolithic age, New Age. They started living in villages along river bank. Soon they discovered a soft reddish metal called copper. At that time they were digging and all, so they would have found copper and they began to use it for making tools and utensils. So now also we are saying na, drinking water in the copper glass and all, it is beneficial for our health. However, stone tools continued to be used. This period is known as Chalcolithic period. In India, copper was extracted from mines in Hazaribagh and Singhbum district of Jharkhand and some places in Madhya Pradesh. These are the places from where the copper was being taken out. Okay, extracted from mines. Mines, you are knowing? Mines are the places from where they are going to dig and find different materials. So coal mine is different, in different places are there where they are extracting the coal from inside the earth. The discovery of copper brought far-reaching changes in man's lifestyle. Later on, another metal, zinc, was discovered. Okay, so zinc is also a metal which was being discovered by the man. Okay, it is a silvery white metal that is constituent of brass. Okay, it is having the brass in it. So zinc they discovered, and the zinc was being used with copper. Okay, so they created a new metal that is of bronze. Now bronze was harder than copper. Copper you can little bit pressure you are going to put, so it is going to bend. But bronze, it was a harder metal. So soon bronze began to be used for manufacturing weapon, because it is harder metal and people started using bronze metal most probably. And agriculture tools and weapons, for manufacturing tools and weapons they were using the bronze metal. The Chalcolithic age is also called Bronze Age because bronze was being invented in this age. Now, axes and knives made of copper or bronze have been found in many places in India, such as Brahmagiri near Mysore and Navdatoli on the bank of Narmada. Okay, so this is your chapter. Now we are going to study about the case study of some places. Case study of Deccan Paleolithic cultures. See, in India, early Stone Age sites are found at Kurnool in Andhra Pradesh, Bhopal in Madhya Pradesh, Sabarmati in Gujarat, Nivasa in Maharashtra, and Malprabha Ghatprabha Basin in Karnataka. Paleolithic age, it is being divided into three phases according to the nature of stone tools used by people and according to the nature of change in climate. So, lower Paleolithic, middle Paleolithic and upper Paleolithic. Right. So, lower Paleolithic, hand axe and cleavers were being used. Cleaver, it is a tool with a heavy broad blade. Okay, it is used by a butcher, okay, to chop material. So sites, Nivasa in Ahmednagar, Maharashtra, Hansgi in Gulbarg, Karnataka, Atirampakkam, Tamil Nadu, Malprabha Ghatprabha, again in Karnataka. Middle Paleolithic age, tools made of flakes. Site Nivasa, Samnapur on river Narmada and south of Tungabhadra river. Upper Paleolithic, tools made of flake and blade. Their site is Bori, Muragaon, Isampur, etc. Then Hansgi. A large number of stone tools have been found from the Paleolithic site in Deccan. In particular, Hansgi and Baijwal Valley in the Deccan have many Stone Age sites. At some sites, a large number of tools made from limestone were found. It seems that the early people lived here for a long period and used these sites as habitation cum factory sites. Okay, means they were living also there and factory was also there. Working and living both were being there in the same place. Altogether about 200 sites have been noticed in this region. These stone artifacts are a valuable source of information. They shed light on early man's lifestyle, the way of their living, what they were doing in their spare time, okay, what all things they were making, like that. Now another case study that is regarding the Paleolithic age, northwest and northeast places. Neolithic settlement found in most part of the subcontinent are not older than 7000 BCE. The most important development of new stone age was that man now began to cultivate food crops. Rice cultivation seems to have begun in India around 7000 BCE as the evidence from Belan Valley, that is Koldiva, suggests. Long before man became a farmer, he had to tame animals. Evidence from Akkuprak in Afghanistan point towards domestication of sheep, goat and cattle. So earlier, before the crop cultivation was being done, they domesticated different animals. However, the earliest evidence of agriculturist Neolithic man come from Indo-Pakistan region. The site of Gumla, Rana, Gundai, Anjira, Mundigak and Mehergarh. Mehergarh yielded evidence of agriculture between 7000 and 5000 BC. When man became a farmer, his lifestyle changed drastically. Okay, now man was able to cultivate crops and all. Man now made better and improved tools which he was using for doing agriculture. The Neolithic man not only used tools of polished stone but also tools and weapons of bones were also being used. Bone is also a harder metal like that. Now Mehergarh. Neolithic sites are scattered over various places in India. Different sites evolved at different times. Among the early sites, Mehergarh near Quetta, Balochistan is the earliest known farming and pastoral settlement. People in the places they were settling, they were cultivating the crops when for some years when the land is fertile they are cultivating, then they were doing the cultivation in another land. Right, this site shows continuity of settlement over a long period of time from agriculture to urbanization. Okay, then they started settling in the places. Agriculturists have found traces of huts or houses, mud bricks, evidence of wheat and barley, bones and cattle, sheep and goat, pit burials, etc. These all things are being detected by the archaeologist. Right, so they have found the traces that these were the things they were growing and they were doing. It is one of the earliest villages of the subcontinent. Many kind of animal bones have been found from Mehergarh. Houses were rectangular or square in shape and each house had many compartments, many it is being divided. Burial was a common practice. Means the dead person was buried with goats, which were probably meant to serve as a food in the next world. Means if the people is going to die, the goat is also being buried with that one so that they can use it as a food. Then Barzahom. It is located in Kashmir, present Kashmir. Barzahom is a Neolithic site. Archaeologists have found traces of pit houses, seeds of wheat, barley and lentil, and bones of animal that are being found in the places. In Barzahom, people built pit houses. Pit houses means underground. Pit were usually circular in shape and plastered with mud. Pit houses were partially sunk into the ground as a means of protection from cold. Okay, it is little bit sunk inside the ground to save themselves from cold. Traces of cooking hearths have also been found inside and outside the hut in the place where the people were cooking food and all. These people were acquainted with pottery making and making polished stone and bone tools. So they were using so many things, no? So they had found in many places by the archaeologists. These are all the places they had excavated so many things. Now, these people were acquainted with bones, polished stones, and tools also. Buried remains of both human and animal have been unearthed. Okay, after unearthing the only they came to know that animals were also being buried along with the humans. In Barzahom, domestic dogs were buried with their master. Okay, their domestic dog, tamed one, that were being buried along with their master. Then Daujali Harding, northeast. East of the Indus Valley, Neolithic sites being found here in the hills of Assam. Daujali Harding was discovered by Dr. S.D. Sankalia. A large number of Neolithic stone tools, including mortar and pestle, have been found. Small polished stone tools and wood and bone tools have been found in these areas, especially in Chachar Hill, Naga Hill, and Garo Hill. Jadeite, a kind of stone, was used, which may have been imported from China. It is assumed that they are going these stones they were bringing from China. Now, other small polished and all that were being also being used. By this we come to know that after excavating in different places, large number of things are being found, and you would have visited to the museums also. So whatever archaeologists have found and many of the things which they have excavated, that are kept in the particular museum of a particular state. Every state there is a big museum, and all the things which are related to the ancient period, that are all things are being kept in the museum so that people can see and come to know about the things used earlier and all. So by the picture also you are able to understand. Okay, now children, uh, this is the end of your chapter. MCQ and other notes I am going to give in the PDF format. Again I am telling that you have to make history and civics single line copy, and for geography you have to make interleaf copy, right? Practical one, that will be for geography. And objective questions you don't have to write in your copy, that will be in your book itself. Only the very short, long answer, short notes in the further chapters it will be coming. That all things you have to write in your copy. Objective questions you don't have to write in your copy. Thank you, children.